pay U.S. writers, U.S. lawyers, U.S. insurance, the Writers Guild. Those people aren't cheap, by the way. And I mean, there's a lot of things involved to put together a television series. So it costs a lot of money to do. So we want to see it happen. As you can see, though, there are just some hurdles, but we know there's a lot of interest out there because of the Kickstarter. So I apologize for making you all so sad and depressed. So I'm going to give you a Robotech special edition CD of We Will Win by Midnight. So there we go, okay? All right, next question. Great questions, by the way, folks. Yes.
I know that this is probably highly unlikely to get the original Robotech series on Blu-ray, but is there any plans of
Robotech on Blu-ray? Here's the story about that. You want to do Robotech on Blu-ray? You can the technical capability exists. Here's the hitch. The original Robotech series is on 16mm film. So it's pretty much able to sort of flip. And that's the thing. You can take 16mm film and make it into HD, an HD format that's acceptable. The problem is, it's really expensive to do. Because when you upconvert Robotech to 16mm film element, there's a lot of grain on it. And you guys sort of clean out the grain.
Yeah.
Like unacceptable amounts of grain.
Much like what the extent of what Lucas had to do to clean up Star Wars.
Exactly. How many of you would be willing to pay $500 per set? See? People say, well, I saw Macross in Japan. They took the Macross series and made it into Blu-ray. That's true, but it cost $500 just for 36 episodes. And for Robotech, ironically, the film elements we have are actually in worse condition than what's available in Japan. So it would actually cost even a lot more than that, so the price point would go up. DVDs in North America, while they're in decline, the only way you can really sell them is you have to make value, meaning if you put all the episodes available and sell for $100, you can make money. Yeah. But if you're going to sell for $500 or $600 or $700, for 30 episodes, people aren't going to buy it, and that's the larger issue. So I'm going to give you a Macross SDF-1 Captain's Hat. There you go. Okay. All right. Next question. Who has? I have plenty of prizes here, folks, and I'm not welcoming them back to LA. So, so if you ask questions, you get prizes. I'm going to bribe you for questions. Who else is willing to do that? Anyone have a question? Was my presentation that good? No, obviously not. So. Yes, sir.
Any probability of it ever getting back on broadcast television again, such as
over-the-air broadcast signals?
Yeah. Something like that late night.
The original environment Robotech premiered in no longer exists. Just to help put this into perspective, a lot of the TV stations that aired Robotech were independent stations. But now those stations, they either become Fox or CW affiliates. And the syndication market, which is how Robotech originally was broadcast through, has changed too. Robotech's only 85 episodes and it's a 30-year-old show. You're a television station. Why would you take Robotech when you can have 300 episodes of The Simpsons? Or 300 episodes of Friends?
Up here it was on PBS.
Yeah, so where shows like Robotech need to be are on Netflix, on the streaming services. That's where the future of Robotech is going to be, is on streaming, because that's where people are going to find new shows. So I'm going to give you a Robotech CD. So there we go. All right. Excellent. Next question. Who has questions? Yes, go ahead.
What's the status of Shadow Rising?
What's the status of Shadow Rising? Right now, Shadow Rising is in development at Harmony Gold. Okay. Part of the problem has been is that between 2007 and now, the anime industry has severely contracted. You were at my anime industry panel. I was here yesterday.
What's the anime industry?
What's the end of the anime?
The end
of the anime industry as we know it.
Gotcha.
That was the panel I do. And just to give you a brief, short overview, is that the foundations of distribution are dissolving before our eyes. And I'm sure we all know, a lot of anime distributors have gone out of business.
A lot of these smaller ones.
But Bandai's withdrawn from the North American market. They only work out of Japan now. Even the other distributors who are still with us have laid off people. They've cut back on how much they acquire a show, how much they'll spend on marketing. So what Harmony Gold had to do was we were sort of stuck in this sort of nether region of industry contracting, and you don't want to put something out there as that was going on. So we finally were able to find a good distributor. Their name is Lionsgate. You might know them. They do The Expendables, Hunger Games, and Twilight. And they also do Robotech now as well. And the first thing they did back in 2013, 2014 was release Robotech Love Live Alive and Robotech, the original series, and Shadow Chronicles back out of DVD. And here's the thing though too, despite the Shadow Chronicles and the original series being out on DVD previously, Robotech still is a strong seller because there are still many fans who don't have it on DVD yet. So while you're waiting, I'm going to give you a Robotech calendar. So there you go. All right.
Second one.
You can never have enough. A lot of guys like to take the artwork and use it for like crazy. All right, next question. Extra stuff here, folks. Come on. Anything? Yes.
I have a friend that really loves Macross.
Mm-hmm.
He hates Robotech.
Uh-oh.
What do you think about people like that?
You're talking to the most hated man on Macross world, okay? Look, if you don't like Robotech and you think Macross is better, that's fine. Hey, look, all right? I am not a fan, and I'll be honest, I am not a fan of the original Macross series. I don't think it's that, I think Robotech's an improvement, to be honest with you. I've said that publicly. But I have no problem if you don't like Robotech. If you don't like Robotech because you don't like the script or the music or the acting or for whatever reason, that's fine, fair enough. There's other shows you can watch. What I think is a little hyperbolic is when people run around saying, Harmony Gold desecrated 3 masterpiece shows. And it's like, folks, if you really think that, I hate to say it, you're very ignorant. Because Harmony Gold had to make changes to bring Robotech to the masses. And if it wasn't for Robotech, there wouldn't be an anime or an anime expo or things like Sailor Moon or Pokemon. Because it was Robotech's success back in 1985 that told people, look, you can make money on anime. You don't have to dumb it down, and people will watch. You don't need a toy line to promote Robotech. Robotech is not a toy line-based franchise. Robotech is a TV show-based franchise. Transformers is a toy-based franchise. You don't need a toy line to support your show. You can just make the show and make money and find an audience. Remember, this was 5 years before The Simpsons came out when Robotech did this. And here's something about Robotech, too. Robotech beat network shows on broadcast networks. It was being run on first run syndication. Something like 27 times the original run, which is unheard of for a show like this. CBS Morning News got its ass kicked by Robotech in Sacramento. I'm serious, it did. Robotech really, I understand what fans don't like it. Fair enough. But I think a lot of the statements some of our critics will make of, Harmony Gold doesn't care, or Harmony Gold ruined 3 masterpieces. You know what the original opening to Southern Cross is? The lead character, Jeannie Francois, she walks out of the bridge, starts a fight with another squadron. No, I'm serious. This is how Southern Cross opens. Starts a fight with another squadron, and then hops on, somehow gets able to command her squadron, despite fighting another squadron. She gets arrested, but they let her out again. Okay, why? And then goes off, leads her squadron to fight the enemy. That's the masterpiece we supposedly define. In Robotech, it's better. In Robotech, you ask my honest opinion, it's actually better. Because there, it's Dana starts a fight, she gets arrested, they let her out because the aliens are approaching, they need all the people available, and then Dana goes off and she learns her lesson, and that's how Carl defined. That's a masterpiece, Carl is supposed to be. I don't think so. I think it's an improvement. Even Tatsunoko, they were shocked when Southern Cross, which was a failure in Japan, became a success because of Robotech. So, and you're seeing all this anime industry because it helped launch the modern day anime industry and the modern day fandom we see today. So, Voltron came out first.
But it still also, in a way, helped revitalize Voltron.
Well, it brought more people into anime. Because when people see Robotech, they went, oh my god, this is a great show. What do people say? Well, there's this other anime out there? What's that like? I'll go out there and watch it. Robotech's called a gateway show. You watch Robotech, it's a gateway into